Hey there guys, I'm Dinner Time and welcome to the ultimate guide to Riven the Exile. Today we're just going to be talking about what Riven's position in team fights is, how do you lane with her, a bit about her abilities, runes, mastery, and builds. Let's talk about her skills first. Riven's Q is primarily a gap closer. You want to be using this to catch up to your enemies. The first two charges are a little useless. They're good for building up your stacks, but the third one is really where it counts. You really want to land this third one. If you don't land it, you're going to lose a little bit of time on auto-attacking, especially if you're chasing someone, and it's really going to muck you up. Because the last third hit is really what you need to land to be able to land your W. The W has a really short range, and you really need to be right on top of them to land it. So it's best to use Q, be right on top of them, and then land the W for the stun. In there, if you can get an auto-attack off, that's ample, but if not, it's only one stack lost. Riven's W, Key Shout, is the ability we will be maxing first. This is her main source of burst, and you really want to get this off. If you miss it, it's really not great. So the main thing you want to be focusing in team fights is just landing this on as many people as you can, because this really does that nice stun and some nice damage. Riven's E is a bit underwhelming, I find. I just use it as a gap closer and to weave in and out of minion waves and to get that last stack up and close the gap if they're running away a bit too fast. It really does help in the end with that AD, but early game I just don't find it very useful, so I max this ability last. Riven's ultimate is restores her blade, which increases her attack range, which is very nice. I've killed so many people because they underestimate how far this attack range actually is. Wind Slash, it kind of needs a bit of work, I think. The cast time on it is far too slow, and you'll be finding a lot of people just outrun the projectile speed, so you really just want to use this mainly to just chuck it in team fights and just hope for the best, because you usually take out one or two people with it. Quite nice, last hitting tool. You do not want to use this on full health though, they need to be on about 3 bars to be able to kill someone with it. Damage still very mediocre. So, Riven, where does she belong? What lane is she actually good in? Bottom lane is not great. Your aggressive gameplay style will not really work here. You really need to be aggressive early game and try and get that kill. It will really boost her up. Top lane is really where she belongs. I really think Riven's a very strong champion 1v1. She's able to just run out with her Q, harass, W, get some auto attacks off, E back. Perfect for top lane. As you can see, Nasus just couldn't get away. Perfect for top lane. You really want to be in top lane. She can mid, but if you're up against someone like Annie or Brand, you will be punished for playing aggressively, which you really need to do. That stun or anything will just really destroy you, so you really want to be on top lane. However, Riven can jungle, so if you're thinking about jungle, you can certainly give it a shot. I find it's a little bit slow for my taste, and she doesn't really have that much of a ganking power outside of it, but it's possible you can really do well in jungle. Now, what do we build on Riven, huh? Well, pretty simple. She needs a lot of HP and needs to be quite durable, because her role in team fights is to lock up the enemy team and just stun them and put out mediocre damage, but she is primarily not a damage dealer, I find. So you're going to need to build like suitable items towards that. I start off with either a Doran's blade for top or a Doran's shield if I'm versing 2 people, but most likely Doran's blade. Then you want to build into a Phage. If you have enough to start off with a Giant's Belt, you really want that, but you really just want to build up your health over the game and like try and get up to Phage and Giant's Belt, and then you can pick up an Atma's Impaler. This is where your damage will be and your durability will also come from. Frozen Mallet, Atma's Impaler is amazing on Riven. You'll be so durable, and you'll also put out some excellent DPS and CC. Let's talk boots. What type of boots do we want on Riven, huh? Well, let's go for Berserk Greaves, because you definitely need the attack speed to get rid of those stacks on your passive quickly. You really want to get that out and make sure you can keep them low, and you don't want them stacking up too much. After we get our Atma's Impaler and Frozen Mallet, we want to build up a Hex Drinker. This will really help our magic resist and help round out our overall survivability, and that 300 damage shield is the best. saved me many times. You really want to grab this item. Also got a nice swathe of AD on it. Perfect for Riven. Finally, we're going to build a Warmogs for that little bit more health. We'll bring you up to about 4k. Stacking up your Warmogs is no issue with Riven. You can use your Q and W to just decimate minion waves. I think you might have seen me in the video earlier. Just Q, Q, Q on the cloth minions, W, they'll all fall down, die, and then you can easily just take out the cannon minions and the rest by last hitting. After your Warmogs, you want to grab Black Cleaver. It's a great item, and really boosts your DPS up, and you can get rid of some of that nasty armor, which will really bog down your abilities. And you might be thinking, wow, this build is expensive, but if you last hit like I told you, you can go to Wolves, Wraiths, you can do the jungle very easily, most likely one-shotting it with your skills. Q and W, just amazing for last hitting. Okay, so let's talk runes. For yellow, I pick up armor. For blue, I pick up magic resist. And for quintessences, I pick up physical damage. And finally, for reds, I pick up some more physical damage. This gives you excellent amounts of harass early game and doesn't punish you too much for overextending. With that nice armor and magic resist, no one will be able to bring you down in lane. For masteries, I take 21-9, taking all the physical damage attributes in offense and picking up magic resist, armor, and dodge in defense. This gives you excellent lane survivability and really nice harass damage. This is what will secure you those first blood kills and get you away safely without dying. Let's take a look at some game footage on Riven. I'm coming in for the kill on Cop. I E in, Q combo in, auto attack, miss my W, getting a bit too greedy on those auto attack stacks. I see he's still hanging around, sticking his nose out, so I come back in. W, activate my ultimate, Q combo to finish off the job. Now I'm going to E away to get away from that nasty passive as is, but you see, I could have handled even more of his health. I still have W and my ultimate ready to go. Let's take a look at Riven's role in team fights and what she brings to the table. How we're going to use her abilities to support our team, and just what she does. I come in for the gank on Blitzcrank, but we're a bit too late. I see Olaf come into the bush. I let my W, Q combo, get some of my passive stacks off. He's attacking me quite a bit, so I E to get my shield. He decides to retreat. I go to land my W, but I miss. I see Twitch coming around in the fog of war. I flash over the wall, Q combo, land my W, which allows my team to catch up in damage, pop my ulti, throw wind flash out, pick up the kill. I turn my attention to Olaf, but he has his ultimate on, so he nullifies my stun. I then see Malzahar channeling Veigar, so I come in, land my Q combo, disrupting him, land my W, and then go back to Olaf, who's very low. I'm chasing him with E and my Q. I land my last hit of Q, pop my stun, he gets double stunned by Veigar and me, and we pick up the kill. Blitzcrank's out for blood. I see him just try and come at our team. He's got his W on, so he's running fairly quickly. He targets Veigar, arms him. I come in and try and save him. Exhaust, W, Q combo, just locks him up, and Veigar's able to get away. Now I've got to save myself. But Caitlyn comes in luckily, and we go for the kill. I Q combo to polish him off. Twitch pops up, I get taken out. Something I could have done is landed my E, which would have given me a shield, but a bit slow. We're in another team fight here. I go into initiate with my W. We pick up Blitzcrank fairly easily. But Lee Sin kicks him out for an ulti. He comes back in, but just falls to the damage of my ultimate. Kog'Maw's getting cocky, so I go and teach him a lesson with Q and W, which just completely demolishes him. I see Olaf and Twitch, so I decide to retreat, using my Q and E. Twitch is chasing with Lizard buff though, so I have to use my Q multiple times and E away. Even with all that slow, I still get away. Olaf tries one more trying to slow me down, but just not worth it. If you've enjoyed this guide, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to see any of the new champions or all the old champions, just drop me a comment on my channel. Thanks guys.